On December 7, 2000, Trevor Deely, an employee at the Bank of Ireland, attended a work Christmas party at Copperface Jack's and the Hilton Hotel. Afterwards, the party moved to Buck Whaley's nightclub. Deely stayed at the club until 3:25 a.m. before walking to his office. The 22-year-old was completely drenched due to a heavy storm. He made a cup of tea and told a colleague working the night shift that he just needed to log on for a minute. Deely checked his emails and made notes of things he needed to do the next morning. He left the office at around 4 a.m., taking an umbrella with him, and headed in the direction of his apartment complex on Serpentine Avenue in Ballsbridge. Around this time, he had called a friend and left a voicemail and said, "Just on my way home, all going well, I'll talk to you tomorrow." Trevor Deely failed to show up for work the following morning. No one was concerned, considering it had been a late night, but when Monday came around and Deely was absent again, his colleagues began to worry. They contacted Deely's family, who learnt that his flatmates had been away all weekend, meaning no one had seen him since the night of the party, and it was determined that he had not made it back to his apartment that night. Family and friends reported Trevor as a missing person and began handing out hundreds of flyers and going door to door to see if anyone had any information. Detective Sergeant Michael Fitzgerald would later state that, "I've never worked on a case where the family was so proactive." However, due to the delay between Trevor being last seen and being reported missing, vital time was lost. It was initially suspected that Trevor Deely, while intoxicated, may have fallen into a river on his way back to his apartment. Police searched the River Dodder and the Grand Canal, but did not find anything. Deely's sister said that she rang her brother's phone on the weekend that he was missing, and she believes that it rang out, as opposed to it going straight to voicemail. A senior researcher from Dublin City University noted that a phone in 2000 would go dead within seconds of going into the water. A few weeks before his disappearance, Trevor had travelled to Alaska to visit a girl he had met while she was holidaying in Ireland. 2 investigators went over to interview the girl, as did Deely's sisters separately, but the trips did not produce any leads. CCTV footage showing Trevor Deely on the night he went missing was recovered and later released to the public. It was broken down into 3 parts. The first part shows a man dressed in black waiting outside the gates of the bank. He stands there for around 30 minutes. At 3:34 a.m., Trevor Deely walks past the man, who seconds later begins to walk in Deely's direction. The second part is recorded at the same time, but at a different angle. It shows Deely speaking with the man in black before he walks through the gates. The final part is recorded at 4:14 a.m. It shows Deely with the umbrella up, walking in the direction of his apartment. About 30 seconds later, a man dressed in black also walks past the camera. Police believe that this was the same man who spoke to Deely outside of the bank. Despite numerous appeals to the public, the man in black hasn't come forward, and he remains unidentified. A €100,000 reward has been offered for information. In August 2017, investigators received information from an informant regarding the disappearance of Trevor Deely. The informant revealed that Deely had been accidentally murdered by a known criminal. The informant claimed Deely had gotten into an argument and was threatened with a gun. Police were told to search a wooded area about 8 kilometers from where Deely was last seen. The informant said that Deely and his killer did not know each other and that it was a chance encounter. A gun and drugs were found during the search, but investigators determined that they were not related to Trevor Deely. Joe Gannon, a former superintendent, stated, "I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that there are people out there who know what happened to Trevor, but they have chosen to remain silent all these years." Trevor's brother Mark said, "After all these years, the man who was seen following Trevor still keeps me awake at night."